I want to ask, just be a fun discussion. We want to get the chat involved too. So chat, let us know in the comments below the most surprising hot toy that is yet to have been made. And I just want to ask people like something that I think is realistic. If you're going to say something like, oh, like maybe the Knight of Ren or Corvus Glaive, like, I mean, I guess I could see that kind of. I mean, I would love that. I would buy both of those, but it's not something that I think would be the most realistic thing, even though they did tease Corvus at one point. I want to give up an example here because I thought this film still did pretty well. And I thought this character was really great. I'm shocked by this one. I'm still surprised that a Namor, whatever you want to call him, has still not been announced. Maybe because it was the difficulty of making this figure because it would require a fully seamless body. And they thought, are people really going to buy this enough for this to be a worthy investment? That's probably what's happening here, because I thought this character was awesome. I thought the film was good. I liked it, but Namor was amazing, and I would love to have seen him. So to me, that would be my answer. But Natalie, what do you think? I mean, what's the most surprising character that you think hasn't been made into a hot toy so far?
This one actually is really good. So I think the most surprising is probably something I was thinking different. So just looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, well, something that they already have a license for, that's probably why it'd be most surprising. But for me, I think the most surprising is that they haven't tapped into video games.
Okay.
Like video games, if you think about the collector base, and I'm sure everyone who is in this stream right now plays video games. I play video games. Everybody plays video games. Yeah. God of War is one of the, like Mondo had to step in and do it.
They did.
I joke around all the time about how much I love Arthur Morgan, but Red Dead Redemption, that's probably not like the most action figure type of character, but you think about Last of Us, you think about Red Dead, they did Spider-Man, but I think that's only because they had Marvel. I just think video game character is enormous. Like God of War would have been one of their best selling figures. They could have made that seamless. They did it with, oh my goodness. No. They did it with the Ahsoka show, right? So Ahsoka being fully seamless, I'm not saying that it had to be fully like super articulated, but they could have done at least the one shoulder fully seamless. I think God of War, really just video games in general, is probably the biggest thing that they've never done. And I really don't know why. And it's probably has a lot to do with the price of the license. But if you think about how much they pay for Marvel, like that's probably just a drop in the bucket compared to what they pay for Marvel. And I know for a fact, everybody that I know who collects plays video games. Dean, you play video games. I mean, everything you were just talking about, Cloud, that's all PlayStation. Will, you play video games?
Yep.
I can't imagine a single person who's in this chat right now who does not play video games. I think it's a huge untapped market. It's probably something they need to visit. Yeah,
it makes sense. I mean, what do you think, Dean? I mean, what character do you think has been surprising that hasn't been made so far? But now that you're on something with video games,
yeah,
I am honestly shocked that we haven't gotten the General Grievous. They already did episode 3 figures, right? We saw Anakin twice, now 3 times. Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, Commander Cody. I mean, they were knocking out prequel trilogy figures. I want to say they started with episode 3. They might have done a Darth Maul before and Qui-Gon, but I don't remember. I think those came out after. So I'm shocked that General Grievous never popped up in all that time or since. And we know it's not because of Sideshow, because they do competing figures together all the time. They did the Jedi Luke at the same time. I think they did what was the other one they did at the same time? Maybe it was
I don't know. I mean, yeah, C-3PO now, but that took years. Sideshow had theirs out for a while.
Yeah. There was another one kind of around the same time where I was like, oh, Sideshow's doing one too? That's weird. Right. But yeah, it's strange to me that, I mean, he's such a big part of that movie.
And a cool looking character.
And it's even weirder now because he's in a ton of Clone Wars episodes and they're doing Clone Wars figures.
Yeah.
That could be an option for them. Maybe they label it Clone Wars at some point and they do that.
I mean, he really looks exactly. I mean, obviously the character model looks different, but
Right.
he looks the same. He's got the cape and the sabers and the arms, and like you don't have to change it at all. So yeah, I think that's super strange.
Yeah, it's funny, Dean, that you say that because Ty, her absolute favorite Star Wars character of all time is General Grievous. She's
Nice.
like
So
this.
cool.
Yeah, she's like, this guy's such a badass with his weird little arms. Like, she obviously doesn't watch the story the way that I do, but like every time he comes up on the screen, she stops and she's watching. And so I feel like this is like a universally known character, even if you don't care much about him. So
Oh yeah,
it's
it's a whole
super
meme culture now.
Oh, dude, 100%.
for sure. And he's kind of, I wonder if it's because he's kind of thin and like he's not heavy. Maybe it's because like at the end of like production, but no, because even the battle droid was super thin and flimsy. Like I feel like they made that. Why wouldn't they make this? It's got to be a Sideshow partnership. It's got to be because of that.
Yeah, maybe because I mean, again, if you're going to make a die cast or the joint's going to be too heavy, like how does it work? I think this is a difficult figure to make.
I think they could figure that out. I think it's a Sideshow thing. I think it's because Sideshow has it.
Yeah.
Sideshow, I mean, you can work with that one and make it look good, but it's a little bit of a challenge from what I've heard.
I had the first version of that figure with none of the problems, and that was a pain in the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Much less the second one that came out with broken.
Like doesn't Sideshow and Hot Toys have this like codependency relationship? And I feel like if something is actively out in stock, they are probably not going to make a figure for it until Sideshow is done making it.
Maybe, but again, like I said, we saw Jedi Luke literally at the same time. It was like Sideshow's coming out with this when Hot Toys is. That's a big mistake. And
right.
It was. That figure was not well received.
And you might, I guess, maybe do something different, like because it was a different time. But Hot Toys did the Book of Boba Fett Cad Bane, and now Sideshow's doing the animated Cad Bane, and so they're just different. The same character but different iteration. So but anyway, guys, we got a super chat from X-Men Supreme. Thank you so much, bro. LOL. Hannah Montana decimates the entire country. Miley's cool though. Did she? Did she decimate the entire country? Did she do that? I don't think I watched Hannah Montana. Anyone here watch Hannah Montana? I can't verify the claims.
I was too old.
Yeah. I watched Lizzie McGuire though. I watched the shit out of Lizzie McGuire back in the day. Dude, Lizzie McGuire was the shit. I don't care what anyone says.
Same.
Thank you so much, X-Men Supreme, bro. You're gonna have to clarify that statement though, because I don't know shit about Miley Cyrus or Hannah Montana. But I do trust you, bro. I trust you.